Na-cross out ko na yung hike at least one mountain sa aking bucket list dito sa Japan. Now, I'm about to do long walks in Kamikochi and other parts of the Northern Alps. Technically, this is still hiking, but hindi na siya tulad nung kahapon. This is part 4 of my other side of Japan, my solo travel journal. So I did return to Kamikochi, but unlike yesterday, hindi ako bumaba sa Kamikochi bus station. Pinili kong bumaba sa Taishu Pond, just one station away from the final stop, kasi I really want to see the serenity of the pond very early in the morning. Plus, yung trail map kasi ng Kamikochi ay isang loop or paikot. So dito ako sa Taishu Ike magsa-start.
This point of view, it looks like a small volcano. But it's actually 2,000 plus meters above sea level. Ganda. And then...
This pond was created in 1915 when Mount Yake erupted and blocked the Asuza River, resulting in this serene pond that reflects the majesty of Kamikochi. They say this is a must-see very early in the morning, and I have to agree.
This is going to be a more relaxed hike compared kahapon. Maghahapi lang tayo ng ponds at saka marsh areas. Nasa almost flat areas lang siya and it's gonna take about 2 to 3 hours. So...
Kamikochi is a highland valley and is part of the Chubu Sangaku National Park. This is also the highest mountain range in Japan. It is registered as Japan's national cultural asset, listed as Special Natural Monument. Sometimes they say it's Yosemite's Japanese counterpart. Yosemite or Yosemite? Hindi ko alam, pero parang Yosemite. Hindi ko masasabi kasi hindi pa ako nakapunta ng Yosemite. But anyway, yun yung sabi nila. The trail map of Kamikochi is very easy to follow. It's about 5.5 kilometers and naka-loop siya or paikot lang siya. It usually takes 2 to 3 hours round trip non-stop. With gentle slopes, boardwalks, established trails, hindi ka talaga masyadong mahihirapan. But of course, I will take my time and will obviously not finish the loop in 3 hours. Kasi tingnan mo naman yung itsura ng lugar na to. Bakit ka ba magmamadali, di ba? It is interesting to see that this is a normal weekend for many Japanese. Ang daming tao na pumupunta dito, tapos ginagawa lang nila yung Kamikochi as a day trip. And I think this is way better than staying in shopping centers in busy cities. National parks here are accessible and I kind of wished we also had this type of accessibility and convenience in the Philippines. This also reflects how much care and space they give to the natural entities like Kamikochi. Kung saan yung mga tao ay literal na nakikipag-interact talaga sa kagubatan, sa kabundukan, sa ilog at even sa wildlife nila. Ang free nila at sanay na sanay sila sa mga tao. But of course, strictly dapat hindi sila hinahawakan or pinapakain. Just give them space and everything is fine. Bear bells are very common here as bear attacks from the recent months have been more and more frequent. Feeling ko ang swerte ko na lang kasi so far, sa lahat ng mga tracks na dinayo or nilakad ko, wala akong nakitang bears or walang active presence ng bear. Although may nakikita kong mga signages indicating na there was a bear sighting a few days ago, yung mga ganun, but so far wala. And thankfully wala talaga dahil wala akong plano. Walang plano makakita ng bear.
kahit pala mild hike lang siya, halos one day pa rin yung makakonsume na kasi in every spot, syempre hihinto ka, mag magmumuni-muni and everything, tas picture. So kakain pa rin siya pala ng whole day halos. This is a great place to unwind and to rest your soul and your body. Rest your soul and your body. Buti na lang maaraw ngayon, no? Bukas may pupuntahan pa din akong part ng Japanese app. So, alam ko matutuloy dahil yung forecast bukas ay maulan. At saka gutom na din ako. Kailangan ko ng kape. So, Kappa Bridge is the key. Kasi nandun yung visitor center, bus terminal, etc.
The Kappa Bridge is where the concentration of people is seen. The shops, cafes, tourism center, and bus station are just right there next to one another. This is where the iconic postcard angle of Kamikochi is seen, and I'm here for it. Syempre dapat may proof of presence.
Sobrang haba ng pila dito. I think this is the famous ice cream here in Campeche. Mamaya na lang pag wala lang. Wala akong mamaya pag hindi na mahaba yung pila. Buti na lang di ako nag-schedule ng intense hike today dahil sakit pa ng katawan ko. Hindi ko pa kayang umakyat. Kaya ko maglakad ng mahaba but hindi ko kayang umakyat. Kasi once na nililift ko yung paa ko, ang sakit. Sana okay to kasi may hiking pa ako in the coming days. Although hindi naman kasing intense din nung kahapon. Kahapon yung pinaka-intense talaga. Anyway, mag-ano lang ako, like chill walk. Chill walk, chill hike.
Ngayon ay nararamdaman ko na yung sensation sa mga paa ko after yesterday's intense hike. Actually, kaya ko pa rin maglakad ng mahaba. Kaso kapag inaangat ko na yung paa ko, as in yung nililift ko na siya, if ever aakyat ng hagdan or may steep trail, sobrang sakit niya at parang parang nag-freeze yung paa ko sa sakit. But thankfully, dito sa Kamikochi, yung mga steep trails ay super limited lang. So, nakaka-relax pa rin siya instead of nakaka-overwhelm sa sakit. Anyway, does that make sense? I was on my way to Myeonjin Pond when I saw this restaurant and decided na dito na ako mag-lunch. Actually, may baon ako kaso mas pinili kong mag-lunch dito kasi siyempre for the experience, 'di ba? Sa lahat ng restaurants na nakainan ko, ito ata yung pinakamaganda na. Like, traditional looking, tapos nasa forest. I mean, not really forest, but, nasa nature reserve. Tapos may pond or may ilog dito mismo sa baba. Tas dito lang din nila binibingwit yung isda na sine-serve nila. So 'di ba sobrang fresh. Gusto ko yung isda, but these side dishes, hindi ko sila type. But nabusog din naman ako. So, I think kapag sinanay ko yung sarili ko, ma-appreciate ko siya. But I'm only here for today, so I don't think masasanay ako. But masarap naman. I mean, overall, masarap siya.
Masarap yung isda. Para siyang tawilis, yung kinakain mo lahat pati buto. Pati tinik, gano'n. Pero hindi, paano ba sasabihin? Ah, unusual lang yung ibang side dish. Pero kinain ko pa rin. Pero masarap yung isda.
Miyojin Pond or Miyojin Ike is a bit of a walk from the main center of Kamikochi. I think nasa isang oras yung lakad nun, but manageable naman. Hindi naman siya nakakapagod talaga. At saka maganda yung views along the way. The serene waters of Miyojin Ike have this significance or importance in the Shinto religion, as Shintoism holds nature very important and central in their worship. Kaya pala ang healthy ng nature dito kasi nature itself is a core in Shinto religion. I'm not sure if a core or the core. Well, I really need to research more about the relationship of Shintoism and nature kasi baka ito yung kailangan sa Pilipinas. Before heading back to the bus station, I really made sure na makakapagbabad ako ng paa sa ilog. Try ko lang naman. Gusto ko lang siyang itry kasi I felt like my feet will heal. Kasi 'di ba, sabi nila may healing power yung nature. But upon dipping my feet, sobrang lamig at hindi ko pala kaya tumagal ng 1 minuto. So, nagpahinga na lang ako and admired the view. My view dito yung Mount Yake and had some coffee. I did try to take a nap but hindi ako inantok kasi nga nagkape ako. So, what am I doing?
Lamig. another episode. Naantok na ako.
Upon arriving at Matsumoto City, agad kong hinanap yung pinakamalapit na Coco Ichibanya store kasi ang tagal ko nang hinahanap to. Natry ko na yung Coco Ichibanya sa BGC at saka sa Robinson's Galleria but they don't taste the same. Parang iba yung lasa talaga niya. So, hinanap ko talaga to and thankfully parang less than 5 minutes walk lang to from the station. So, I'm so happy. After dinner, agad ko nang hinanap yung hostel. Tapos hindi na ako nakapag-film dahil dire-diretso na yung dire-diretso na ako. So yeah, diretso na and then naligo, nagayos ng gamit, naghanda para bukas kasi tomorrow I'll be going to Hakuba Village. So that's it for today.
Good morning, I'm in Matsumoto City. I have a train to catch at 10:30 puntang Hakuba. Pero since may 2 oras pa ako, maglilibot-libot ulit ako dito sa Matsumoto City. So, pupunta ko yung kaso, yung usual kasi malapit lang naman siya sa train station.
This is my second time in Matsumoto City. Only this time it's warm and bright. Kasi last time winter kasi nung pumunta kami. The streets are alive under the early summer sunshine and the flowers are blooming everywhere. So ang ganda niya, parang nasa scene ako ng isang anime. Kasi ang cute talaga ng mga kalsada dito.
I'm in the castle now. If you've been to Osaka Castle or Nagoya Castle, this is way smaller compared sa kanila. Pero, this is one of the few originals. Tama ba? Basta yun. Yung, meron kasi sila yung parang original. Kasi Osaka and Nagoya were only reconstructions. Kasi I think nasira sila nung World War II. Wala lang, trivia. Trivia, tas hindi ako sure sa history.
I left the hostel early so I could visit Matsumoto Palace again. Or castle. Castle pala siya, hindi sa palace. This time, I'm seeing it under full lighting. Matsumoto Castle is one of the 12 Densho castles in Japan that remain intact and original. As in, hindi sila tulad ng ibang castles like Osaka and Nagoya na reconstruction lang kasi nasira sila sometime in the past. The Tensho is this architecture style or type of construction na squarish or rectangular tas multi-story sila. Oh my god, I am really sorry. I really need to review my history of architecture. But I think na-relay ko naman yung basic information. Well, anyway.
I have a very limited time so I won't get inside. Pero may nakita akong free observation deck daw sa City Hall na katapat lang ng castle.
I went to the nearby Matsumoto City Hall to access the view deck for a panoramic view of the city. I suppose this wasn't a popular spot as there was no one but me. As in ako lang mag-isa at na-enjoy ko talaga yung space at hindi ako nape-pressure mag-shooting. Main character. After spending a few minutes of observing and admiring the panoramic view of Matsumoto City, I left and went back to the station kasi kailangan kong habulin yung train going to Hakuba Village. Hakuba is a small village about an hour away from Matsumoto. I've been to Hakuba last year but it was in winter so hindi ko talaga siya nakita na may kulay. Now, I'll get to see the village in its late spring pre-summer season. Also, I was alone on the train, so how amazing is that? There are 3 things in Hakuba Village that I need to do. First, go to Oidi Park. Oidi Park. I'm not sure kung tama yung pronunciation ko. Oidi Park offers a panoramic view of the Northern Alps. Second, go to And Mountain Coffee. It's a coffee shop. Ah, hindi ko alam kung anong specific reason, basta gusto ko lang ng coffee shop na aesthetic tapos may view ng Northern Alps. So this is the cafe for me. Number three, just roam around the village randomly as possible kasi wala lang, gusto ko lang siyang i-explore.
Gusto ko mag-rent ng bike kaso hindi ko kaya mag-pedal kasi sakit ng paa ko. Anyway, I'm just gonna explore this town again. The last time kasi nagmamadali kami so hindi namin naikot. Pupunta lang kami dun sa bundok na yun and then baba na agad. So ngayon, sobrang nakaka-tempt i-beat yung red light. Walang tao, ayan na, go na. Kasi walang katao-tao. Ayun, may sasakyan isa. Nakita ko din sila sa Shirakawa-go at ang dami nila. Ayan, ang dami, wow. I'm on my way to this Ant Mountain Cafe or coffee. Basta, siya, coffee shop siya. Sarado yung mga restaurants dito. Kinakapa ko pa kasi chine-check ko, minsan sarado tapos nagbubukas sila ng alas 5 or alas 6. Kasi sure naman na bukas siguro. Sure naman na bukas siguro. What? Realized na medyo malayo pala yung coffee shop na pupuntahan ko. So, 30 minutes lang ako doon. Look! Ganda naman dito. Oh, you can't be serious. Totoo ba to? Bakit sarado?
With no luck of finding a nearby coffee shop, I decided to go back to the station. Thankfully, there was a cafe serving beyond the usual Japanese schedule. The pasta was great, a little sweet, but it's good. I also had iced coffee for some caffeine as I was starting to feel a little sluggish. Inaantok ako, hindi ko alam kung dahil sa init or dahil sa sobrang haba ng nilakad ko or baka both. But bawal akong antukin kasi, this doesn't happen all the time.
Natatawa ako kasi accidentally na-autot ako. Tapos medyo malakas. Hindi ko alam kung may nakarinig. Parang nagmadali na ako maglakad kasi. Oh my God.
I passed by Nakamichi Dori. This is a historic district where perfectly preserved merchant houses are still in existence in Matsumoto. Matsumoto City is somewhat a big but small city. Big as in it's a major city, as in kapag tinignan mo siya sa mapa, magpa-pop up agad yung pangalan niya. But somehow it feels cozy for some reason. Kasi siguro dahil cute yung mga streets. Yeah, at saka parang ang liliit na mga building dito. I was at this tiny restaurant bar and nag-order ako nitong ramen na may pork. I'm not sure kung ramen yung tawag dito, but it says it's in Okinawa style soup. So it's clear, it's simple, it's light, but it's still flavorful. The pork is tender, like as in literal na natutunaw siya sa bibig mo. The owner, who I remembered to have lived in the Philippines for a few years of his life, was still very accommodating. I was in this exact seat a year ago. But of course, hindi na naman niya ako naaalala. The warm soup is perfect as the night air has become chilly. This has been a great day, although medyo mahapdi yung balat ko after a prolonged sun bath, but still, everything is worth it. I'm not really sure if I should push through with this Norikura Kogen hike or Norikura Plateau hike. Kasi sabi sa forecast maulan daw ngayon, pero upon checking the sky, mainit naman siya. So with high optimism, tumuloy pa rin ako. I was also wondering bakit parang walang tao sa bus. I mean, hindi siya parang walang tao. Wala talagang tao. After bumaba ng mga bata sa isang bus station, ako na lang yung naiwan sa bus at saka yung stop ko pa ay yung last stop talaga. Pero sa isang anggulo naman, I think maganda siya dahil ibig sabihin hindi crowded yung Norikura Plateau.
Medyo unstable yung forecast ng weather ngayon. Walang view. Wait, ayun yun. Yan. Supposedly may malaking bundok dyan eh. But masyadong cloudy.
Dito pa lang sa station, masasabi mo nang hindi cooperative yung weather today kasi hindi ko na makita yung malaking bundok dyan banda. That's Mount Norikura. A few days ago pumunta ako dyan sa taas pero 'di ba failed nga siya. So now, I'm hoping na successful itong hike na to kahit nandito lang ako sa baba.
I think nagkamali ako ng dinaanan. Dapat doon. Doon eh. Yung forest trail dapat doon. Kaso, dito ako sa parang road dumaan. Pero pareho lang din naman ang pupuntahan. Okay. Ayaw na bumalik. Okay na. that.
So I started the hike with the intention of seeing ponds na may reflection ng Mount Noricura. Hopefully mag-clear up yung sky and then makita natin yung majestic view ng bundok. So, crossing my fingers.
Umaambon na. Oh my God. Pero explore muna natin itong Dojo Pond.
I think it's too early to say na hindi ko siya makikita today. But I'm already managing my expectations kasi cloudy talaga yung sky. As in, punong siya ng clouds, walang view ng bundok. So I am slowly accepting the fact that yes, today is not the day to see the majestic view of the mountain. Well, I think it's okay. I mean, I'm still here. I'm exploring the forest, the trails. I'm seeing the ponds. So, yeah, maganda siya. Magandang experience siya. I mean, totoo, magandang experience talaga siya.
Mali ako ng dinaanan. Thankfully, I checked my maps. Going back now kasi this area is a bit too secluded, so baka may bear bigla. Ang layo pa naman. So doon na ako sa first pond tatambay. Dami na mga insekta oh. I think it's really not meant to be. Like I'm not meant to see Mount Noricura. Kahit nang nandun ako sa bundok mismo or nandito ako sa lowland, hindi ko siya makikita. Supposedly kasi nandito siya banda. I have this very intrusive thought na pumunta doon sa ilalim ng sakura. I think sakura yun na puti. Tapos mag-chill. Kaso I don't trust these grass. Baka ano bangin pala yan, no? Hindi ko makita. It's closed. Sarado.
I think it's safe to say now that this is the official end of my Northern Alps escapade. After days of walking and hiking and taking steep trails, pagod na yung katawan ko. My mind is still active and enthusiastic, pero yung katawan ko ay parang kailangan na niyang magpahinga at matulog. So hopefully makatulog ako mamaya sa bus kasi tomorrow is going to be another big day because I'll be doing the Nakasendo Trail. It is the legendary trail or road in Japan from the Edo period. So it is a must and it is a highlight. So dapat hindi ako mapagod. I am now waiting for my return bus. So, nandito ako sa coffee shop, having iced coffee kasi wala lang, I just need to relax. So, by the way, nasira yung tripod ko. Buti lang may isa akong dala, although maliit siya. So, okay lang din naman. While on my way back to Matsumoto, there were scattered showers. So, may ambon, wala, may ambon, wala. So, medyo unstable talaga yung weather today. But the views were so amazing, kaya na-relax naman ako. I tried to take a nap but hindi na naman ako nakatulog. So, pinanood ko na lang yung views. And okay naman siya. Maganda naman siya.
I still have 1 hour to spare before my train to Nagoya leaves. So ngayon, kakain ulit ako sa Coco. 4 p.m. na, so this is going to be my early dinner. Gutom ulit kasi ako, tapos ano bang kailangan ko kanina sa bundok? Onigiri lang.
So, upon arriving at Matsumoto Station, kinuha ko na yung gamit ko sa locker kasi meron pa akong train to catch going to Nagoya City. So, sa Nagoya City ako magsistay sa aking last 2 days in Japan. But syempre, before leaving the city, bumalik ako sa Coco Ichibanya for my early dinner. 2 days in a row na ako kumakain sa Coco Ichibanya, but somehow hindi pa rin ako nagsasawa. I'm just going to enjoy this dinner kasi I think I really need to enjoy a heavy meal after days and days of walking. Kasi na-realize ko, parang ilang araw na akong kumakain ng onigiri.
May nanonood. May nanonood sa akin. Pero hindi naman niya ako kilala. So,
I'm going to say this again. I've been hiking for many days now. My body is exhausted, but my mind and my heart, they are so full and happy and still energetic. I wish kayang mag-balance ng mind at saka ng body. Kaso yung body kasi kailangan magpahinga. All I want to say right now is I am really thankful for this opportunity to have done this. Like, to have seen the Northern Alps of Japan, to have hiked Mount Yake, to have been in unknown forests and plateaus. In my case, unknown siya sa akin. I'm just really thankful for this chance while I'm still strong and able at nakikita ko sila at nagagawa ko sila. This is something to be grateful for, and my message to the universe right now is thank you because somehow I feel like I'm the main character. Yes, thank you.